Okay, it's not exactly Angela After Dark because it's 6:30 p.m. on Friday. What's today? August 8th. But I've had half a beer and I'm tired of reading about how terrible conservative men are. So I'm going to go off on Elon Musk and how, remember back in 2020, 2021, he said he could end world hunger and then he fucking didn't. Then he started a Holocaust that is killing 14 million of the world's poorest people, mostly children. Remember? Remember all that? If you don't, I want to refresh your memory. Like, be forewarned, it's no filter right now. So back in 2021, when Elon Musk was still pretending like he was progressive, some kind of Democrat, he was like woke in some way, because he was trying to sell electric vehicles. He made this post on Twitter. If WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. My eldest daughter and I were talking about this last night when I was on my walk. I often call her and we chit chat because she doesn't live here right now. We were talking about this. She was like, Elon Musk could have ended world hunger. People spent so much energy responding to this tweet, coming up with just the most creative ideas. Like people who really care about helping starving people, people who really care about ending world hunger, like took this tweet seriously and they did that labor and they tried to educate him and inform him with the hope that he would follow through. I just want to remind you that in November 2021, when Elon Musk tweeted this out, he became the first person in the world to be valued at more than $300 billion. So when he made this post that was like, tell me how I can end world hunger and I will spend $6 billion and go do it, he was still going to be worth $294 billion, more money than he can spend in God knows how many lifetimes, even living his most extravagant, opulent lifestyle. I'm gonna struggle to get through this and understand how these men can hoard hundreds of billions of dollars while people are starving. And not only that, like Elon Musk is now hoarding hundreds of billions of dollars while actively having abolished aid that fed the world's poorest people. He knows he's already killed 300,000 people by ending USAID. He will kill 14 million more if we don't restore it, while he sits on hundreds of billions of dollars that he could never, ever, ever spend. Y'all wonder why I promote the third ethic of permaculture so hard, which is fair share. You wonder why I promote a wealth cap in this country. Elon Musk could have saved millions of lives, and instead he chose to start a Holocaust while he sits there being the world's richest man with his dragon's hoard worth of gold. The men in our country who control the bulk of the wealth are the men who are least qualified to have it. The reason they have been able to hoard such mass quantities of wealth is specifically because they have no problem dehumanizing other people, exploiting, stealing from other people. Remember, Elon Musk calls all of us the parasite class. He views all of those children who are now starving to death, who are now dying from a lack of clean water, who are now dying from a lack of basic medical care that USAID was giving them. He calls all of those little kids parasites. He thinks it's a good thing that they're dying because he's a eugenicist. I'm struggling to not get choked up. But again, let's go back to 2021 when he said, tell me how I can end world hunger with $6 billion. I think he thought he was setting the number so low because he doesn't know how money works. It's like when Lucille Bluth from Arrested Development was like, how much can this banana possibly cost? $10? Like, when you're so wealthy, you're completely detached from how real people live and how much things cost. So if you forget how all of this went down, basically a brilliant move by David Beasley, who was the head of the World Food Program for the UN. He decided to tweet like a congratulations to Elon Musk, but it was like tongue in cheek, where he said, oh, 1/6 of your one-day increase in income could save 42 million lives that are knocking on death's door. This was after Elon Musk earned $36 billion in one day. So he's saying 1/6 of that could save 42 million lives. 1/6 of what you earned in one day could save 42 million lives. So Elon Musk tweeted back, he thought he really had a gotcha. If WFP, that's the World Food Program, could describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion would solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. Okay, first of all, a lot more than 42 million people experience hunger and are on the brink of starvation around the world. But could you imagine if you sitting right now in your home, by like pushing a button, flipping a switch, could save 42 million lives? Would you not do it? Even if you could sacrifice what you earn today, knowing that it would save 42 million lives, wouldn't you do it? Elon Musk would never miss $6 billion. At that time, he was worth $300 billion. He could have saved 42 million lives, and he instead sent back a snarky tweet that was like, tell me how to end all of world hunger with $6 billion and I'll do it. So David Beasley, who is again 1,000 million times the man that Elon Musk will ever be, clarified to Elon Musk, hey, I didn't say end world hunger. I said that $6 billion would save the lives of 42 million people on the brink of starvation. But he also said, hey, if you want to meet anywhere on Earth or in space at any time to discuss this situation and making a donation to the World Food Program, like, I'm ready, I'm down, let's meet. Elon Musk made no commitments to donate to the World Food Program. Okay, just to be forewarned, I'm gonna get upset. USAID, about $38.5 billion a year. That seems like a lot, but we spend $292 billion a year, more than that actually, on our military. $38 billion was how much money Barack Obama sent to Israel to fund their military. But $38 billion, USAID, that was not just like money that went overseas, right? USAID was about buying food from America's farmers. Milk that was turned into powdered milk, sorghum, wheat, soy, corn, etc., etc. Paying American companies to turn that into rations. Also buying things like basic medical supplies, contraceptives, hiring American companies to help make sure that people around the world got clean water. Like, this was all money that sounds like it's foreign aid, but so much of it went through our economy and benefited Americans to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. It wasn't just money that we threw overseas. It got filtered through our economy. It was spent on our producers and then sent overseas to help the world's poorest people. That number seems big, but understand it was an agricultural subsidy as much as anything else. And also, when we look at Elon Musk saying like, oh, I can't cure world hunger with $6 billion, that's not enough. In that Twitter thread at the time, people laid out all of the ways that he could have a dramatic impact on world hunger with $6 billion. But ultimately, it would take looking at the systems that cause people to be impoverished in the first place, that cause people to be hungry in the first place. And Elon Musk wouldn't want to impact any of those because those are all pathways that earn him money, right? Those are all ways that the super rich consolidate their wealth by exploiting the rest of us. So people laid out all kinds of scenarios for Elon Musk. There was all of this like wonderful envisioning of all of the people that he could help, like brainstorming about what that money could be used for that would change people, that would save lives for like tens of millions of people. Elon Musk did not give a shit. So Oxfam says that in order to tackle not only like starvation, extreme hunger, but also chronic hunger, there are billions of people around the world who sit around with empty bellies, live their whole lives being hungry. It would take about $37 billion a year between now and 2030 to kind of tackle that issue. The bulk of that, $23 million, would be used just to help keep the world's poorest people from starving and little children from facing acute malnutrition. I'm going to give you some perspective. The 12 richest men in the United States, not globally, just in the United States, are worth $1,753 billion. Let's give them each $10 billion. Nobody can spend $10 billion in a lifetime. The remainder could feed the world's poorest people for 71 years. But Elon Musk and the billionaires, they won't. This is why I want a wealth cap. This is why we need to tax the rich. This is why they will never put us over their extreme wealth. And we should do something about that.